Something big is about to happen with Social Security in 2025, and if you're not paying attention, you could miss out on benefits you deserve. Are you ready for higher payments, new retirement rules, and a change that could impact when you claim your Social Security? Because this isn't just any update, this is one of the biggest shifts we've seen in years. But here's the thing. Not everyone will benefit. Some retirees will see an increase in their payments, while others might have to wait longer to claim their full benefits. Will you be one of the winners or the ones left behind? And what about the new earnings limits? How much can you make before Social Security starts cutting your check? Many seniors make one critical mistake when working while collecting benefits, and in 2025, the penalties could hit even harder. There's also breaking news for public sector workers. After decades of unfair rules, some major changes are finally happening. But there's a catch. Not everyone qualifies for the new benefits. Will you? And here's the real shocker, a major tax change could affect how much Social Security you actually keep in your pocket. If you don't plan ahead, you could see a bigger deduction from your check than expected. So what does all this mean for you? How much more will you actually get? Who's losing out? And what's the smartest move to protect your benefits? I'm breaking it all down, step by step, so you don't get caught off guard. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could be the difference between a bigger check or a costly mistake. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update that could put more money in your pocket. Now, let's get into it. Social Security is changing in 2025, and the impact could be bigger than most people realize. With new rules, updated benefit amounts, and shifting eligibility requirements, seniors across the country are wondering, how will this affect my monthly check? The truth is, some people are going to benefit significantly, while others might find themselves facing unexpected challenges. That's why it's so important to understand exactly what's happening, who it applies to, and what steps you need to take to protect your benefits before it's too late. Let's start with the first big change, something that affects every single person on Social Security. The full retirement age is changing, and for some people, that means they'll have to wait longer to receive their full benefits. If you were born in 1960 or later, you're looking at a full retirement age of 67, instead of the traditional 65 or 66. That might not sound like a big deal at first, but when you consider how much money you could lose by claiming early, it's a game changer. Think about this, if you start collecting Social Security at 62 instead of 67, your monthly benefit could be cut by as much as 30%. That's thousands of dollars lost every single year. And once you claim early, that reduction is permanent. There's no going back. But if you wait just a few more years, your check could be significantly higher. In fact, for every year you wait beyond full retirement age, up to 70, you'll get an extra 8% increase per year. That means if you hold off until 70, your monthly payment could be up to 24% higher than if you claimed at 67. But here's where it gets tricky. Not everyone can afford to wait. For some seniors, delaying benefits just isn't an option because they need that income to cover everyday expenses. And that brings us to another major update, the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. Every year, Social Security adjusts benefits to keep up with inflation, but for 2025, the COLA increase is set at 2.5%. That might not sound like much, but when you consider how inflation has been affecting food, housing, and healthcare costs, every little bit helps. So what does that actually mean in terms of your monthly check? Well, the average Social Security payment is going up from $1,927 to $1,976 per month. SSI recipients will also see an increase. Individuals will now receive $967 per month, while couples will get $1,450. And if you're classified as an essential person who provides care for an SSI recipient, your benefit is increasing to $484 per month. But here's the question, will this increase actually be enough to keep up with rising costs? Many seniors are still struggling with high grocery prices, expensive medications, and rent that keeps going up. That's why it's so important to not just rely on Social Security, but also to look at other ways to maximize your income. And that brings us to another major update that could put more money in some people's pockets. For years, public sector workers have faced unfair Social Security rules that reduced their benefits just because they worked in government jobs. The Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GPO, have penalized teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public workers, cutting their Social Security benefits simply because they also had a government pension. But starting in 2025, that's changing. With the repeal of WEP and GPO, an estimated 3 million retirees will see an increase in their benefits. Some will even qualify for retroactive payments, meaning they'll receive money they should have been getting all along. But here's the catch: not everyone qualifies. The rules around who gets these benefits and how much they'll receive are still being finalized, so if you're a public worker or retiree affected by WEP or GPO, you'll want to check with the Social Security Administration to see exactly what this means for you. And speaking of changes that impact your check, there's another big financial update coming in 2025. If you're still working while collecting Social Security, you need to pay close attention to the new earnings limits. Right now, if you claim benefits before your full retirement age and continue working, Social Security limits how much you can earn before they start reducing your payments. In 2025, that limit is increasing to $23,400. That means if you're under full retirement age and make more than $23,400 per year, Social Security will deduct $1 from your benefits for every $2 you earn over the limit. But what happens when you reach full retirement age? The limit jumps significantly to $62,160, and instead of losing $1 for every $2 earned, you'll only lose $1 for every $3 over the limit. And once you pass full retirement age, there are no more earnings limits at all. You can work as much as you want without worrying about your Social Security check getting reduced. Now, let's talk about taxes. Many seniors don't realize this, but Social Security benefits aren't always tax-free. If you have additional income from a pension, a part-time job, or investments, you could end up owing taxes on a portion of your Social Security. In 2025, the taxable earnings cap for Social Security is increasing to $176,100. That means if you make more than that amount, a bigger portion of your income will be taxed, and depending on how much you earn in total, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxable. So what can you do about it? Well, one of the best ways to minimize taxes on your benefits is by carefully planning how you withdraw money from other sources, like retirement accounts. Certain withdrawals can push you into a higher tax bracket, which could mean more of your Social Security being taxed. That's why it's crucial to talk to a financial advisor or tax expert to make sure you're structuring your income in the smartest way possible. And finally, let's talk about something that a lot of people don't know about: retroactive benefits. If you qualify for certain Social Security changes in 2025, you might be eligible to receive back payments for benefits you missed out on. This applies especially to those affected by WEP and GPO, but there are also cases where people who delayed filing for Social Security could receive up to 6 months of retroactive payments. But here's the key: you have to apply for it. Social Security doesn't automatically send out these payments unless you request them. That's why it's important to stay informed, check your benefits statement regularly, and make sure you're getting everything you're entitled to. There's a lot changing in 2025, and some of these updates could put more money in your pocket if you take the right steps. So, what's your next move? Are you going to adjust your retirement plans, take advantage of new earning limits, or check if you qualify for additional benefits? One thing is for sure: you can't afford to ignore these changes. Make sure you're prepared, so you don't miss out on money that rightfully belongs to you.